Obviously, you never want to get hurt, especially in the preseason, but looks like after a couple days you were able to get in some skating on your own and back. How you feeling?
Yeah, I feel great. Ready to roll.
Was it just blocking a shot? Like, we saw that shift there. Is that what happened? Like, what?
Yeah, I just something just kind of just tweaked a little something, and it was more precautionary than anything. So, I'm thankful. I feel good and ready to roll for tomorrow.
How prepared do you feel that this group really is? You guys went through a real extensive training camp, really worked very hard, and a different level of motivation, I would say, given the way things had ended last year. What are you sort of sensing from this group?
Yeah, a lot of confidence, which is great. We all weren't happy with the outcome last year, and I think there's no better way to start off the season playing against the team that ended your season. So we're all excited, and yeah, it should be a good one.
I was going to say, is that the perfect way to sort of make your own personal statement to start?
For sure. Just get thrown right in the fire with the boys and see how it goes and compete and hopefully come out with 2 points.
And the importance, Brett, of having Sheldon for another season here, second season. What are the expectations with him here in his second season?
Yeah, it's big. I think guys are more comfortable with him now. Even our practices are smoother, and we kind of know what to expect from him, and obviously within ourselves. But yeah, sky's the limit for this team. We have a lot of belief in this room, and I think we're only going to continue to get better as the season goes on.
It was a while since I last spoke with you, but nice to have this guy back.
Yeah, nice to have this guy. He's a little camera shy right now, but yeah, we missed him for sure.
Look, we talked, when we were in, I guess we were on Long Island, and you had scored, and you had talked about how you're just kind of trying to prove yourself over and over again. What is it like to sort of come out of training camp on a PTO and have this deal now?
I'm just so excited to be a part of this group. I'm a very small piece, but it's a great group to be a part of. They've made me feel at home since the first day. Very humbled and very honored to be a part of it.
What are the things that kind of excite you about the possibilities? You've been around the league a long time. You've seen a lot of variations of different teams. What excites you about what's possible here?
Well, there's a great mix. You have some young guys, you have some old guys, and everyone is so hungry to win. You have some great skill, great speed. It's a well-coached team, a well-run organization. So just so grateful to be a part of that.
Remember when we were talking, you mentioned how, it does hang over you when you're on a PTO. You're trying to constantly prove yourself or, show the best of you. Is there a sense of relief in a different way, mental? I know you play the same way, but, does it feel?
I don't know. I've been trying to explain that to people. It's a flood of emotions after a month of being here. Like I said, I'm obviously so excited to be here, but it's been a stressful month. My wife and 2 little girls back home have been a great support system, but also wondering what's going on. So, yeah, I feel very ready, I think, because of this camp. It's different in that way. I played in 6 games. And I said to some people, it really brought me back to my roots of just having to prove it every day. I think I don't want to ever say I got comfortable, but I think sometimes when you have a deal, it's easy to just rely on that. And I missed all of training camp last year, so it's been awesome. Like I said, I'm just so excited to be here.
Look, what experiences, what lessons learned in the past do you take into this situation and wanting to prove yourself here?
I've got a lot of them. I walked down in college. I signed an American League deal out of college and played in the East Coast League. So I've it's kind of been my story, all the way around. It's kind of fitting that this is the way this year happened after the way my career's gone. But I've said it from the beginning. Every day in this league is a blessing. It's an honor to be here. I think you really realize that when it's coming down to the wire and you're not sure you're going to have a job anymore. I keep reiterating it, but just so thankful to be here.
What do you like about how Sheldon kind of runs things here when you're in video sessions with him, or just talking one-on-one with him?
Yeah, he's very detailed. You know where you stand, you know what he expects of you, and I think as a player that's exactly what you're looking for in a coach.
Sheldon, if we can just start with Brett. was able to be out there. I know that that was what was expected, but how is he feeling and chances he'll be able to go?
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, they told me he would be good to go, and there was no concerns on his end. So having gone through the practice now, I'd say it's even more so. But he had every intention of playing all week.
No better way to sort of try and make an opening statement to a season than returning to Carolina.
Yeah, right back into it. Yeah, so I mean, it's obviously a great opportunity for us. We're well aware of the challenge that it is at the same time, but you work all camp and you want to get at it, and there's no better place to get your attention than going in there.
Happy to have Luke Glendening officially on board now. I know we talked about it last time we met, but just his addition here.
Yeah, for sure. You know, he's worked hard since he's been here. He's obviously a great veteran player. He's been around a long time. I think he's brought lots to our locker room already, and I think he's played well, and has a role to fill for our team. That's a good fit, and happy that he chose to be here first on the PTO, and then ultimately choosing to remain here and be with our group.
Do you feel there's any benefit, Sheldon, to beginning a season on the road? I mean, obviously last year you went to Prague, won those 2 games. Is there any benefits at all to starting on the road?
Well, I mean, it remains to be seen whether it's benefits on the ice, but I know off the ice, in terms of getting your season going, I think it's big. That's the one thing about preseason with the nature of it. When you play on the road, you travel in and out on the day of the game, so you don't get that camaraderie, the group together, in that setting. So to have a road trip to begin, I think in the big picture is really healthy for our team. I think the guys are excited to kind of get back into that routine.
What have you liked about Gritsuk during the training camp, and what do you anticipate or expect from him in the early going here?
Well, I think I've liked is that his skill set has shown up and shown that he can still make plays and do all of that. I mean, he comes in, with a reputation of being a shooter and having a great shot, and I think that's certainly the case. However, if you look at it, I think he had one moment in the preseason where he shot one in the net with a terrific shot, but he made a number of really good plays that ended up in goals, and other plays that gave other players opportunities. And he can make a play. He's a passer as much as he's a shooter. So that's a good skill set. I'm happy that showed up. But the thing I'm most excited about is just his attitude, the way that he's come in. He's come in willing to learn, willing to adjust. He's been curious. He's got a great personality about him, great energy. I don't think he's come in with any sort of expectations. He's just gotten to work, and I've been really happy with his attitude and his approach. And with that type of mindset, I think he'll just continue to get better, especially when you pair it with his skill set.